This is the Wall Street Beat Show, Crypto and Crypto. And if you didn't know, now you know, bitches. There's Wall Street, I don't know. It's Crypto and Crypto, don't flip, yo. There's Wall Street, I don't know. It's Crypto and Crypto, don't flip, yo. Pause, I'm back. Nigga, Crypto and Crypto. We got these indicators, don't be a hater or a hoe. I gotta let you know, we're making Crypto and Crypto. Hit the like and subscribe, we're going on the run. I get excited when I buy crypto. I said I get excited when I buy crypto. You gotta keep your emotions. I said I get excited when I buy. It's time to settle the score. You don't wanna trade crypto no more. If you don't understand that emotion, will take you to another place, and now you'll chase the red candle, can't stand you. There's Wall Street, I don't know. It's Crypto and Crypto, don't flip, yo. Everybody buy it, goes up really high. What's the favorite saying?
Wish I bought more.
Everybody buy it.
Whoa!
Really high.
What's the favorite saying? Wish I bought more. Wall Street beats Crypto and Crypto. I hope everybody is enjoying this beautiful day. And quite frankly, the bull market seems to be back. And if you don't mind, before we do anything else, hit that like and hit that subscribe. We're going to talk about some things. And if you pay attention for the month, you can see that the monthly has been pretty good to us. The yearly, well, you really need to start paying attention to what some of these things are doing. If you're new to crypto, then you might want to pay attention. Definitely to mention, my name is Wall Street Pete. Sick dough in crypto. If you want to learn how to make sick dough in crypto, this is your chance. We're going to talk about the pullbacks, talk about some news, talking about buying the dip and how important it seems to be. So let's get right into it without further ado. Total crypto market cap is, what are we at? 1? No. 2? No. 3. 3.3 trillion market cap. And if you're wondering, that was the old Mr. Sesame Street. Right? Remember that? Back in the day, we saw Sesame Street. Fear and greed index. Are we at 73? Is this real life? It's been a while since we paid attention to this. Now, the leaders in cryptocurrency, we're talking about countries. El Salvador was the first country to recognize Bitcoin, legal tender, excuse me. United States is in there, Argentina, we got Nigeria. But if you laugh, right? I laughed my ass off when I read the bottom here. China is a leader in Bitcoin holdings. It always seems like somehow they're always first to do everything. With much due respect, cannot be a hater. They just seem to constantly be the leader in something. Well, talking about Bitcoin, to Taiwan's national reserves, looking to make this their national reserve, just like the United States. Talked this morning about how I do believe this morning, and I talked about it, how I believe that there's a race. There's a huge race. And if you're into technical analysis and things of that nature, this is the EMA exponential ribbon. We're going to talk a little bit about that and the pullbacks, and as you can see how tight we're getting and how crazy it is that the yellow ribbon has flipped to the top, giving me my bullish momentum for the daily chart. How excited I am for that, and how I hope you should be very excited too. Let's get into it. It doesn't seem like we have much of a live following. A lot of people are sleeping. Happy Mother's Day to you. But if you're doing this with your money, you are making a huge mistake.
May not be much, but always take profits.
This was not the video, sorry. There's a video where the person's saving money, $5,000 a year, and it kind of drove me nuts. But I did want to show this video. Look at this TA if you don't believe in our TA. This was the TA showing to 104, and we'd get resistance. Well, this is where we're at. We're at 93,000, just roughly here on the screen. You can go to the video. Our TA is pretty on point. I just want people to understand how important it is to pay attention, definitely to mention. Now, we're talking about the ribbon flip. Exponential moving average. You can see this ribbon here is onto the downside. When it's on the bottom, we are in that bearish momentum. And you can see here double bottom forming for that particular chart on the 4-hourly. But now, more importantly, our yellow ribbon has flipped to the top, showing a little bit of some bullish momentum. So I'm pretty excited for that. Hoping that we continue. We're going to talk about that this morning. So if you're excited, here we go right into it. 73 cents is one of our pullbacks. So pay attention, 38.2 pullback, all the way to a possible 50%. We've talked about this a million times. 69 cents and 77, if you call that precisely. But this is what we're looking for. These are your three indicators of where you may want a dollar cost average, not financial advice, back into the crypto space. Obviously, worst case scenario here is my 50%. Doesn't mean it's necessarily going to happen, so please don't get caught waiting if this is one of those things you're looking to do. I'll put the green zone here darker, and I will put a red zone here stating that, well, this is probably something, we'll go here, we'll go yellow. What do we say? Most likely, possible, and unlikely, but still possible, if you can understand my drift here. This is what we're looking at. So you probably want to stack up on here when we get there, but we're there now. If you pay attention, we've already come down on this candle here. If you see, this is Cardano, and ADA could be building a little head and shoulders pattern really briefly, 4 hourly, like I said. Get to the daily. We still have the same sort of thing going on, so please pay attention. Definitely to mention, 50% pullback is my 73 here, and like I said, 69 cents roughly, if even 70. I would be buying the form back into Cardano for that. Let's get to XRP. A lot of people want to know what is happening with XRP. Well, we could still be forming a double bottom here. You can see this is a daily chart for XRP Ripple. And what might be happening here is you could see the flip on the trend, right? What was happening? We were creating new lower lows. You can see here what's a new lower low. Every time I reach to the bottom low, it creates a new lower price, and it's ultimately giving us a dead cat bounce. That's what that is, thinking we're going to go higher, but we just keep going lower, unfortunately creating new lower lows. Finally, what we could be doing here now is creating a double bottom and could be changing that trend, which will then be creating a new lower high. Now, the lower price is higher than the previous low, which is making this a trend change. And I see the bullish momentum coming in, breaking out of this pattern. We wouldn't be serious until you see XRP breaking a daily candle above 260. As you can see how important it is, because there is literally, you can see literally resistance right here on the top of the candles. You can see right on this orange line, we hit that. We're getting that daily candle resistance. It's Sunday. I don't know what else you expect to have here, but we could come all the way down is what I'm saying. It doesn't necessarily have to happen, but that 50% there is 213. Could be worse, could be coming down to this green line. I hope not, but what is ultimately happening is going to be a huge, huge rally out of this falling wedge ABC-like correction. So I just wanted to show everyone how it looks, get rid of the nonsense and the mess, but that's what we're looking to do. So I will keep that there for you. Doesn't necessarily mean we're coming down this low. Could be a 50%, like I said, to the 217 on here. I'll show you the prices. We're going to be quick now going into the next prices. If you want to speak up, please speak up now. What you want to say in the super chat could be important, something you wanted to see. But let's go here. We're talking about 231 could be a pullback, and that 220 level is very important, as you can see here on the Fibonacci sequence. Getting ready, buy signals here. Green, green, bye, bye. I'm getting big buy signals here. I'm glad you finally caught a live. That's pretty cool. It was unexpected, so we haven't done a live in a while, but this is what we're looking at. This is the scenario for XRP. You can see here a 50% pullback takes us to $2.13. 221 would be a 38.2 pullback, which is most likely. So pay attention to the 221 possibility. And then, like I said, I would dollar cost average into these three levels. And finally, we have a 231, which is the other one. So now we got XRP. Let's get to Ethereum. And as you can see here, anybody notice a little difference here? Anything similar? Yeah. Wall Street Pete was calling the inverted head, left shoulder, right shoulder. It hasn't even happened yet. I've been calling on all my charts. If you pay attention, almost all of my charts, they all have this inverted head and shoulders pattern. If you see what I'm talking about, it's this. The chart stops here. Obviously, we can't predict what's happening. We can't see what's happening. We can only predict. But this is what I think is going to happen. This is the pullback. I was explaining to everyone, right shoulder, this will be your last chance to buy anything major cheap before this goes catastrophic to the upside. So people are going to see a parabolic, a godlike candle coming. I don't know if it's going to be October or not. How about keyboard or cat or proppy? We could do some of them. I don't want to knock over my coffee with the mug that says, take a sip by the dip. I love that mug. He wants to talk about keyboard, cat, or proppy. I wanted to finish Ethereum, but we can always come back to it. It's no big deal. Is it Pro? Yeah, I think it is. Pro, just to give you some help here and give you some understanding. This is some of the stuff we see. And you can tell here what's going on. Let me get rid of that. It's similar. And I don't know if you could really, maybe you see it on the chart, you get excited. Please hit the like and subscribe if you've yet to do so. Left shoulder coming in, right? Inverted head. We talked about this. Right shoulder still not yet to develop, and that's what we're looking at. And you'll be getting a price range somewhere around here, which is $1.69, $1.70. That's just the blind doing it. When we get into technical analysis and we open it up, I can tell you what price you're possibly going to look at here. 4 hourly gives me more information when I can. It's tough, but the daily will be more accurate. The daily will be more accurate, like I said. Looking for about where they fall. That's why I'm going back to the daily that fast. And as you can see here, there we go. I got my accurate information I needed to see. And we're already pulling above, so what this is telling me here is this is already moving up. There's money coming into this, and there's going to be no Fibonacci sequence pullback, as you can tell. So I'm waiting for a double top to form somewhere here, and then we could do that. So actually, this particular asset is most likely creating a cup and handle. A lot of them are doing that. You can see here, huge cup. The handle probably come down and match the low of 75 cents before we get that lift off. Don't see much of a pullback here coming. We'll see what happens. I do have a pullback here, obviously, but I'm having a hard time finding it really because you can see the momentum is shifting. You can see that the EMA, exponential moving average here, is growing. We're getting super tight, the bands, and we are looking for a breakout. So we could get another repeat to the breakout side. Like I said, some people took profits, and that's what's happening. So let's get to Ethereum. Like I said, and I was in the middle of doing it. I apologize that anybody was looking for Ethereum, and I jumped off. But we do that for some of our live people. They ask, and we try to help them out real quick. I want people to understand that that's what we are here for. We're here for you. I can stare at these all I want later. It's not a big deal to me. So here we go. This is what I'm doing, and I'm grabbing the Fibonacci sequence level in a different form. A lot of people be like, oh, that's not how you really do it. Well, you ever trade crypto before and you ever use it this way, let me know, because it's very, very, very helpful. It gives me a range of where I'm going to go, right? What's my range? I'm going to get a 50% pullback, 38.2, or I'm going to get to 23.6, which is really nothing. That's just a quick pull down. And these are my 3 options, and I'll be dollar cost averaging to all of them. So we're either going to break down here. I most likely think, though, for some reason, we're going to be pretty volatile, and we're going to see a price range somewhere around there for XRP, and I think that's going to be $2.02. You know, at this point in time, we're more guessing than anything, and it's just being honest, right? No one can really tell you exactly where it's going to go, because if a whale comes in and buys a significant amount, you could throw half of this out the window. Matter of fact, all of it out the window. But these are typical. They're very typical, and I want people to understand that. These pullbacks are very typical. 216, I'm being precise here, because that's what my fib line's giving me. 216. And 232. So these are the fib lines of Ethereum where I'm buying. 2,331, getting back in at 216, and most likely I'm going to bet the farm here for myself at here. What are we doing? Well, we had the left shoulder here. All we're doing is creating and developing a right shoulder coming in. The right shoulder is going to be my final pullback before we head to the upside and before Ethereum is trading 4,000. So if anyone has any questions with that, that's pretty much where we're coming through with this. I like ACH, similar thing. Like I said, if you look at the market, a lot of it's doing similar things. Coming into a falling wedge, expecting a breakout somewhere along the line. We'll see how some of these do develop. Crow, right? Same sort of thing. As you can see, the trend line keeps continuing. And what's happening here is now we do have a double top area formation, but we will not expect to fall much lower. I'll do Chronos, and then we're going to head out of here. It'll be the final one. We're going to be on a daily here. It's been going for a bit here. But this does work for me, and I'll tell you, maybe you'll be surprised. Maybe you're new to the channel, and maybe you will say, holy shiznick, he's right. I'll tell you, a lot of times this does happen. So Sunday coming in, when will we recover? Most likely Tuesday morning, Tuesday evening, maybe sooner. Depends on how the FOMO reacts to it. But as you can see here, we're coming in at 9.5 cents, possibly coming through, and even more of a bit better buy here you could get. Almost 9.3, but 9.5 cents. I do think if 9.5 cents touches here, you should buy. Not financial advice, but I don't think I would wait for the 50% pullback to come. Not that it can't, but that's the price difference doesn't turn me on, is my point. There's not, you know what I mean? I'm not going to go crazy here over that little bit of a 1/10 of a cent and get myself excited for Chronos. If anyone was wondering, that's what this is. And those are your pullbacks. As you can see here, we already came down lower than that. So as we're looking, it looks like a 38.2 pullback to a 50% pullback are most likely in this scenario here. And the more and more I look at this, that's how I'm going to predict for the rest of the market. So very important to understand. Wall Street beats Crypto and crypto. I appreciate every one of you watching. If you are watching this in the past, I'm sorry that you did not get a chance to watch this. Maybe you want to watch the altcoin season begins. Did you see your crypto price prediction? Pretty excited. I want to show one last thing. And there's a reason why. There's a big reason why. Because some of you may have missed this. You can't watch all my videos, right? It'd be pretty hard to do. Let's see if I can find it. Of course, I didn't do it on here. I did it on YouTube only. So we're going to play the YouTube video real quick if you don't mind. Shorts. Have a great Sunday. Yes, please, everyone, have a great Sunday. But listen to this. This is what blows my mind here. This was just 7 days ago. If I could play it.
Wall Street beats sick dough in crypto. Want to learn how to make sick dough in crypto? You hit that like, you hit that subscribe, talking about going on around. How's everyone doing today? I'm out there hustling, making a couple extra bucks because I'm buying the shit out of this dip. And right now, Bitcoin's trading around 96,000. We're talking about AVAX $20, Dogecoin 17 cents, 0.9. Cardano just 69 cents. XRP $2.20. Jasmine $1.50. Barely $1.50. Point of this video. Some of these.
I meant to say 1.5 cents. I don't know what the hell's going on.
3 years ago, or maybe even more recent. Some of these prices are so cheap that I don't think you understand what's next. This bull run is going to happen. It's going to leave your ass behind if you're not in. So anybody who has bought crypto, it does not have crypto right now.
This is the NYMEX where we used to work. Ladies and gentlemen, that video was important. I hope you watched it. Hope you understood what I was saying there.
How to make sick dough in crypto. You get that like, you get that.
I thank you all very much. If you want to stay tuned and listen to the song I created, that's the end of the stream. I hope I did help you. If there's any particular assets you want to talk about going further, please let me know. We can do that for you as well. I'm going to play the Walmart song. If you do love that song, I appreciate it very much. That's one of my favorite songs. And it's talking about I'm so poor, I'm at Walmart. And I just got bored one day and nothing would work. My car wouldn't work. I felt like my dog wasn't acting right. So just have a great day. I love you all. Peace in and peace out. Have a great day. Thank you so much.
Life's fucked up, what can you do? I got a dog that doesn't bark, got a car that doesn't start. I'm so poor, I'm at Walmart. Yeah, got about 50 things on my mind. Got my girl asking me where I find. I say it all the time. Nintendo, Sega Genesis. I remember when this shit used to exist. TikTok, Xbox, PlayStation, GTA 6 in the making. Life's fucked up, what can you do? I'm used to losing everything that I do. I'm used to losing to everything. One layout reminder to the nation, being nice ain't an obligation, but wouldn't it be a beautiful sensation? I bet you would be the truth.